and I'm just like, you're being disrespectful. Hey beautiful, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, my name is Alexis Jayda and welcome. In today's video, I'm not gonna have a notification shout out just because of the topic that I will be talking about. I know some people aren't really comfortable with like sexual stuff, so this is going to be involving like adult rated R things, and if you're very uncomfortable with that, I do have other story times. If you would like to check them out, I'll leave them linked down below and up here. So now we got that out of the way. So if you are comfortable, because I will be doing more stories not like this but adult content like rated R, if you're comfortable with that, please leave a comment down below so you can be the next notification shout out. So real quick, I just want to show you guys the new merch. Look. Look at it. Isn't that cool? Look at that. That's me. Jessica. Mira. That's me. So this is the new Alexis Jayda merch. Look at her. She looks like a little freaking badass, right? I will still be selling this one, the Lex FAMBAM. This one is the, like, I like both styles. Honestly, I do. Okay? This is, like, Lexi, and this is Alexis Jayda. Lexi. Alexis Jayda. Like, there's two. But, yeah. Look at Mina. I love this one so much. FAMBAM already has this one. I love her. She's gorgeous. And then now we have this one. Was that boom, bam, what's up? Hey, beautiful. So, we got new merch, you guys. I'm freaking excited. I want to show you guys that real quick. Oh, yeah. Look at that. I love it. So, today's story time is going to be a little bit of... It's funny. I think it's freaking hilarious because it has to be me. Like, only me. But with my stories, you guys know I love giving you guys a whole comida. Just not a little bit of sauce or a little bit of beans. Todo. The whole meal. Oh, and then also I will be using some of... Because there is the Sephora sale going on. Holiday sale going on. This is the time to be shopping. I feel like this is the time where it's like, okay, get it while it's hot. Get it while you can get a good discount. Get it while it's good right now. So I will be using some products that you guys can be getting discounted at the Sephora because of their sale that they're going on. Okay, so VIB Rouge is from October 30th to the 9th, November 9th. VIB Rouge 15% off is from November 3rd to the November 9th. Insider 10% off is November 5th to November 9th. So I will be playing with items that I really love. So if you want to add them to your cart, gift them for yourself, gift them for a loved one, make sure you guys take advantage of the sale. This is not sponsored. I'm just letting y'all know because I know shopping it's a pain in the butt. I only got like half of my list, only half, but that's because like I only mess with the little small group, so it ain't even that long. It's just, but still. Anyways, so let's get into today's story time. Story time. Okay, so really quick, I have not played with my Natasha Denona. I don't know why it just sounds so cool saying her Denona. This is a Sunrise palette. I feel like if anyone gives you this, like that's it. Done. You're gonna be the favorite for like ever. Let's get into story time. It's just because I missed you guys. I feel like I've been gone, but I really haven't. I just feel like it's been forever. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Anyways, okay. So, since I was a wee bit child, no, for real, since I was like super duper young, I've always wanted to get my freaking boobs pierced. My nips. Always. I don't know. Freaking A, man. Why is that so loud? I don't know. Well, I do know. I think it looks very, very sexy. I feel like it looks very nice. I've always wanted to get it done. Always. I remember being like 16, 17 and me thinking like, damn, like that's freaking dope. Like I want to get that done. I think that's so cool. It looks nice. And I've always been too chicken because everyone always says like, oh my gosh, like the pain is crazy. You will pass out. They say that the first one doesn't really hurt that much because you already know what to expect. But the second one, you pass out. So I've always been like scared to do it. Like honestly, I've been freaking scared. Tattoos, I've been scared of tattoos too, but not as much. I'll freaking do it and then get it over with. I don't like getting small pieces now since I am older. I got my husband's name, that's like super big, and then I got my lion tattoo. But my husband's name is freaking huge, and that one took a long minute too. So I have that ready mindset, like if I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna be in pain, it better be worth it. Like it better be worth it, because I will chicken out. Just like if I go on a scary ride, it better be like a very, very, very scary ride, because I'm probably not gonna do it again, you know? So with this freaking piercing, I've always been going back and forth since I was 16, 17. And I swear I wanted this piercing since I was like chiquita, you know what I mean? Like even younger than that. Like I've just like, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get it when I get older. So my friend, I went with her one time, and I had this friend where everything I wanted to get, oh, me too, me too. So I'm like, okay. So when she said that she was gonna get the nip one, I was like, do it, bitch, do it. Just so I can see, like if you pass out, I'm not gonna do it. Like I'm just freaking not. So I go with her to this freaking tattoo parlor, and she's getting ready, and they keep telling her, like, make sure that you know that you drink some water. I think they were taking a while, because they give you enough time to, like, okay, if you're gonna chicken out or if you're gonna pass out, you do it there while you're sitting down, because it felt like forever. I felt like someone went in for like a nose piercing, boom, bam, they were done. I'm like telling her, like, oh my god, like look, these ones look cute, these ones look cute, because there was different ones and stuff, like, you know, after they're done healing and everything. And this lady came out and she was telling us and stuff that, like, it takes a long time to heal, that they never really heal, that you gotta constantly be taking care of them, washing them and stuff like that. And I kept telling her, like, listen up, bitch, because this one didn't like to freaking shower like all the freaking time. She could go like a good minute, like she'd be like, dude, like me huele pinche freaking culo and stuff. And I'm like, take a shower, bitch. But so I would tell her, like, you gotta listen up, because her belly button one time got infected because she didn't really take care of it, you know. That's not me bashing on her, that's just how she is. She knows it too. She's always be saying it and stuff, like she thinks it's cool to brag about. So I was like telling her to listen up, and then the lady was telling me, like, oh, you're gonna get it too? And I'm like, no, I'm just here for like support. I want to get it, I don't know. She's like, you know what, just get it now, because then you'll never get it. You'll always be thinking about it. And I was like, yeah, but no. Like I was still just very like, because I still wanted to see if she was gonna pass out or not, because I have heard that people do pass out, you know. So they finally get her to the back. She's already like sweating, because she's like, here, hold my hand. And I'm like holding her hand, and I'm like, oh my god, like it's just water, like it just feels so freaking moist, and she's just sweating. And I'm like, oh my god, like I felt like I was already, like I feel like my freaking jijis were throbbing, because I already felt like, oh my god, like I could just feel the pain. What is that called? They call it something where you can feel someone's pain. I swear to god, I feel like I'm that half the time, because someone will be telling me like they're really sad, and then I start feeling really sad. They're getting her ready. I turn around because I'm like, maybe she's not cool with, like, you know, me seeing her nips or whatever. And she's like, no, it's fine. Like I want you to look, because I want you to get yours done, and we can be twinning. And I'm like, okay. So I'm freaking looking, and I'm like, oh my god, like that's gonna be painful, because he's like grabbing her boob, like her nip, and like moving it around like if she ain't got no filling in it. And he's like telling us that he's gonna pierce it, but I don't know why I thought like they were gonna pierce like right here's the boob, like right here, but then that it makes perfect sense, because he was like, no, we have to pierce a little bit here behind, like more meat, because if we pierce too close to like the tip, it's gonna fall off or something, you know what I mean? And so that freaking scared the shit out of me, because I'm like, what if you got like thick freaking nips, like for real, like no bullshit, what if you have like some thick ass freaking nipples or something? So she does the first one, he freaking pinches her nip, and he's like, this is what's gonna hurt the most, and he's like pulling it. I'm like, oy, wait, because like it looks painful, right? He does the first one, and like immediate, she just has tears just rolling down her face, like, oh, and she screams, and he yells at her like, don't fucking move, like don't move, because she jerked back. And then I was just like, damn, it's a little aggressive, but I can understand, because she can hurt herself, I know, but it was still like, damn, like you don't want to be getting yelled at. And I have that attitude where I feel like even if it's like a serious situation, like don't lower your tone, lower your tone, because I just get really, I don't know, like 0 to 100 like really quick, and it freaking sucks. So she does the first one and he like yells at her, she's crying, and the whole time I'm literally like this, because I'm just like, oh my god, like that looked so painful. Like it looks so pretty but very painful. And she's like telling him and stuff like, I'm not doing the other one, like I'm not doing the other one, like I don't care, I'm not fucking doing the other one. And she has like an attitude with him, and he's like getting upset because he's like, I told you, like I had you sitting out there and I let you know. People bitch out the second one, and I get it, like some people are like really cool, you know, like people who like tattoo and stuff, some are really cool, and some try to use like this where they try to talk to you like aggressively because they like think like that's gonna work. I don't know, for some people they can be talked to like that and they'll do it, and then others like me, because if I was being talked to like that, I'd be like, I said no, like, you know, I'll get like really bitchy and upset because the fuck, who are you talking to like that? So he was like telling her like, I let you know when you're out there, that's why I let you sit there for 30 minutes, because people always do this, they always want to bitch out, and then you're gonna be walking around just with one. And I told him like, hey, cool, like it's, oh, I was gonna say her name, oh, it's cool, like you can just be walking around with one, like who gives a fuck, like who cares? Like when people pierce their ears, sometimes they pierce one side or they pierce the nose, they don't pierce both sides. Like the fuck, they don't let him tell you like what, because you're only gonna pay like half price, like get the fuck out of here. So like I was just upset, and he like could see that like I had a fucking mouth, and so he was like, oh no, like no, like, you know, like my bad, it's just because like I just get like, oh, I just like I this is gonna look so nice. And I was just like, ew, just because if that's how he wanted her, like he wanted her to look nice, or if he wanted it to look pretty, or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Like there's a way of talking to someone, and he really thought like he could punk on her in front of me, and and freaking even she knew too, because as soon as he started, she like looked at me like, bitch, let him know, because I don't like that. I don't really take lightly to people that I like being punked on in front of me. Like what the fuck, like back up, like that's not cool. So she like tells him and stuff like, give me a minute, and he's like, okay, that's all I'm gonna give you, it's just 1 minute. And I was like, well, if you can't even give her 2 minutes, 3 minutes, then we can just leave. And he's like, all right, take as much time as you need, because like there wasn't even a line. And before, he told us that like we were the last before the shop was gonna close. So like he's like, I like to schedule the nips last, just because it's a process. So if he already knows it's a fucking process, then what the fuck? Like that should be pissing me off. Like, why are you barking? So I get so, because like this story I get so mad about, because I was talking to her about it before I was gonna do it, because I was like, dude, she's like, yeah, just tell it, but be aggressive, aggressive, be aggressive. No, just kidding. She was like, go ahead. We're waiting, we're talking, and she's like, dude, I don't want to be like, I don't want to punk out, I really don't want to be walking around with just one titty pierced. And I'm like, dude, like who cares? Honestly, who cares? Like, are you piercing your titties for you or quien más? Because at the end of the day, it only matters, like, you know, it's about you, and if you can't do it, it's okay. And I feel like lots of people feel like they have to go through with things. Si no quieres, no, like if you can't, it's fine. And I'm that one friend that will always be like, it's fine. And if anyone's gonna make you feel anyway, like I'm gonna say something, because like I really don't care. I don't care. Like just because you're gonna pay for one titty, like me vale. Like I'll say something, dude. Like I'll pay them. Like if you want me to act like your freaking girlfriend, I'll be like, she ain't getting her titties done. I'll do it. I don't care. So she's like, I don't know, dude. Like, ooh, yeah, I don't know. And it's like so funny because like to reminisce and stuff. Like she was like, oh, like dude, I don't know. I'm like, stop touching your boob. You're gonna get infected. Like they just freaking said not to. You like, what are you doing? Like I was just like really getting mad at her. Like if they're my titties, you know what I mean? Like all that work for what, you know? So she was like, I don't know if I can do it. I'm like, dude, if you really can't, like, no más dime, and I'll go freaking tell him something right now. Because like his energy was kind of hot, you know? It was just a little bit too much, where she was like, if you weren't here, dude, I would have got it done already, because of like how he made her feel, you know? She's like, okay, I'm gonna get it done, call him back in. So then I go back out there and I'm like, hey, she's ready. And he's like, I could hear him complaining about my friend to the girl, like, oh, she's like, you know, she's making it difficult, like that's why, like, and I really don't care, because it's like, I don't know. Like I get it, it must be very frustrating to deal with people who want to go back and forth. Like I could never tattoo somebody just because of like how much bitching and complaining like I do towards the end. Well, I try my hardest not to, because I'm like, I don't want them to get annoyed and like half-ass the work, you know what I mean? So I could just imagine how annoying it could be. I get it, you know? But at the same time, if this is something that you are doing, just be a little bit more understanding. And I'm sure like we would have been out here, we would have been done like 10 minutes ago, you know? But he wanted to just come off all aggressive. He comes back in and he notices that she's holding her boob, and he's like telling her like, please don't, like it's gonna get infected, you know. And he starts cleaning it. She's like crying because she's saying it hurts so much, and then she starts to like hyperventilate and stuff, and he just starts rolling his eyes, and he tells her and stuff like he won't be able to do it unless she like calms down. And then bitch, so she's like, I'm like telling her too, I'm like, hey, so you know what, it's like, it's okay, dude, like you don't have to go through it. Like no one is telling you to do it, you know, besides tattoo guy, whatever, piercer. So she's like, no, it's fine, it's fine. So then he gets close and he's starting to do it, and she just goes back, boom, timber, boom. And she just, no one caught her because he had her standing up, because he was saying that like he can't do it when she's sitting down. Like I don't know, like I'm not an expert on piercing titties, okay? So he had her standing up, and so she just went back. And me como pendeja, like I didn't think about standing behind her, especially because she started like you know, and I didn't think about it. I don't know, I don't know, I was just too focused on like, okay, you know what I mean? So she goes back. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is the second time someone has fainted in front of me. The second time. The first time was when like one of my good friends was getting a tattoo on her face, and she literally just went boom forward, and her face just planted into a speaker, and I was like, and I could not help, I peed myself from freaking laughing, y'all. Like, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm the worst person. Don't fall in front of me, don't throw up in front of me, because I'm gonna be laughing, gagging, crying, like, it's so many emotions. So I'm like, I kind of start giggling, and I'm like picking her up. I probably look like a fucking psycho, you know what I mean? So I'm picking her up, and he was like, are you okay? Like he's just like, oh my god, like I've never seen someone do that before. Like I guess because like, I don't know, she like did it, he ain't never seen that before in his life. So she's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, are you sure? Like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, oh my god, dude, like you're not piercing your titty. Like you're not, you just can't. And she's like, no, like I really want to. Like it's just because like I just got like all scared, like all the emotions. And I'm like, dude, like you're tripping. Like what the fuck? Like that was really scary. That kind of traumatized me that she did all that. So I'm like, damn, dude, like what the fuck? So she didn't end up getting that one pierced. She was like, like he like even told her like, no, like it's fine, maybe we'll just wait a little bit and stuff, like it's perfectly fine. Because she hit her head hard, concussion, like really, really hard. Like it smacked, like her head went boom. And me, like I feel bad because I let out a little giggle, but it was like, I don't know, like a nervous laugh, like you know, like when some people get like startled and they like they fart. It was like that. Like I startled myself, you know. And so she was like, no, like I want to get it done. He was like, I don't feel comfortable. So she till this day is still rocking around with only one titty done. So after that I was like, no, like I'm not doing it again. Because the whole time in my head I'm like, she goes through with it, I'm just gonna do it, freak it, I'm just gonna do it, and we're both gonna have pierced boobs together. I'm gonna just do it too. And I kept saying, like, Jesus, send me a sign of, like, why I shouldn't do it. Like, I'll always be talking to Jesus. Like, please show me a sign if I shouldn't do this, if I shouldn't do that. And sometimes I'll get signs and I won't do it. And when she ate shit, I was like, all right, I heard you loud and clear, not doing it, you know? I didn't do it. And I got asked her and stuff, like, dude, like, is it hard to upkeep? And she's like, sometimes it does get infected because they never heal, and she is a mom, so she said that like they got infected because like the breast milk, all kinds of stuff. Maybe she didn't taking care of them, but like I'm saying, like she ain't got no shame in her game of saying like she a local china, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, dude, like, but like that's just how some people are, you know. So, and she's cool with me talking about it because I told her, I'm like, I'm gonna let everyone know like you're a local china. She's like, dude, me vale, like I don't care, So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I swear now since I'm doing story times, like I have so many friends that came in, tell them that story of that one time. I'm like, dude, that wasn't even funny. Just kidding. But no, for real, like tell them that one time. I'm like, dude, I will. No, like that I will. Like I will. It's It's just funny, you know. But anyways, so she didn't get it done. I'm like, I'm scarred. I'm not doing it. So every time like I kept wanting to go back to it, and like I'm like, I'm gonna do it. Like I'm gonna do it. I don't care. I'm getting them pierced because it's something I've wanted, you guys. I've pierced my stomach I don't know how many times. I've gotten like snake bites. I've gotten just one. I've got my tongue pierced twice. I just like piercings. I like how it looks. And some people are like, oh, I don't like how it looks on you. Like it doesn't look good. Okay, cool. I understand. But I want it. Damn. Like let me live, right? So I was just traumatized. I was like telling Rudy and stuff, like when I got with him, like I want to pierce. And he would tell me stuff like, what? Like why? And I'm like, because like I think it's cool. He was always like, you know, like do what you want, but that's weird. You're gonna let someone else look at your boobs. And I'm like, it's not weird. What if you're there? And so it's just always been like a back and forth, like, because at the time that like my friend was getting her boobs pierced, me and Rudy weren't like official, and like me and the ex weren't together. So I was like, I'm gonna do what I want, you know, and I should have got it then, but Jesus spoke to me and said no. So I've always been going back and forth. I've always been scared to like order things online because I don't want my kids to grab my package, or I don't want the mail lady to see that like I'm a kinky bitch, because I am. Okay, I've been with Ree for I don't know how long. I like to keep things spicy. I like to do crazy stuff, and I like to have fun. Like I love, like I do. I really do. Sometimes when I order things, I tend to like read the reviews, like okay, like how does it come? And some companies are like, oh, it's discreet packaging. Nadie will know. Who's gonna know? Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. So every time I order something, I like to like it to be discreet. There's things where they're like, it's discreet, it's fine. So I'm like, okay, cool. I trust you, because like I get embarrassed. I don't know why. There's sometimes where like I don't care. I think it all depends like on like, you know, what color the sun is or something, because there's times when like I don't care, and there's times where I get kind of weird, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to know. Or like if I go into like a sex shop or something, I'm like, oh my god, don't look at me, you know, because it's just like embarrassing. And sometimes you'll be seeing like old friends or something, like, oh, I love this one. Have you played with this one? This one, girl, have to buy this one. Or like you'll have something in your hand, you know, like that you think that like you're gonna get, you know, and someone will be like, just like, you know, judgy eyes. So I like to go when there's not that many people, or I like to go with Rudy and stuff, so that I don't like, I can just hide behind him, because I'm a cochina. So yeah, anyways, I was like, you know what, I don't know if they sell fake nipples, you know. I don't know if they sell them, like, because I know there's fake nose piercings. I played with the fake nose piercings. I freaking love them. It's kind of made me like be okay with not getting it, because I want to go get it, but then Rudy's like, I don't know, babe, just really think about it, because he doesn't like how my smile right here, where you can see where I got them pierced, you know, like it's not like a huge thing where he's like, oh my god, I don't fucking like them. He's just like, oh, like it's like just very noticeable, you know what I mean? And he's like, you got such a pretty face, babe, you know, he just be babe. So I'm like, you know what, I'm cool with it just being like the fake nose piercing, pop it in whatever, you know. And if there's like, if I ever have Jade and she has ripped the fake one off, and I'm like, thank God it was not real, because I would have thrown hands with my baby. Just kidding. No, I would have cried. I would have literally freaking cried my eyes out. I go, and I'm not gonna even say the website, because like I don't want, like, you know what I mean. So anyways, I go on this website and I'm like, fake nipple piercings, okay, and I see like they have so many, and I'm like, I'm intrigued. They have different ones, and I'm like, oh my god, like I didn't even know like you could, this is awesome. So I'm, you know, excited. I'm like, you know, just typing away, and I just feel cool. I ordered like, I was like, first let's test it out, okay, let's test it out. I'm gonna order like a little outfit or something. So I order a little outfit, and the little outfit comes. The packaging doesn't say what it is, you know, just says clothing. So I'm like, okay, cool. So discreet packaging. I'm in the clear because I'm so weird. And it's like, who cares if the mail lady knows? I know, okay? It doesn't matter. Like, me vale. Like, it's just whatever. So I order it and I'm like, this is it. I cannot wait. I'm excited. I tell Rudy and stuff like, I'm gonna get it. And he's just laughing and he's like, get it, babe. Like, get it. I'm excited too. And I'm like, you should be, because I'm excited. And when I'm excited, we get excited. So I'm just like, you know, hyped up. It's coming in the mail. I'm like, boom, you know, as fuck. I'm excited. So I order it. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get 2 different colors. Get a little, make it a little spicy. Make it a little something. We're gonna have fun. I'm like, oh yeah, like, you know. So I'm ordering. I had a good experience with the clothing. So I'm like, okay, cool. We're in the clear. So I'm getting excited. Do my little. With my mail carrier, we can be cool sometimes. And there's times where like things go missing and I literally have to go track her down and call. I'm that person where if I'm watching my mail, especially if I'm ordering something and it's a little bit expensive, I expect it to be delivered because someone is always home. I don't like that. No one was there. We rang the doorbell. I got 6 kids. You mean to tell me that not one of them is gonna know someone's at the door? They can smell you a mile away. So I don't like being bullshitted. So in the past, sometimes I would get like a slip like, oh, no one was home, or it would say delivered and it wouldn't. So I would literally, I know her route. I'd go and look around. And I'd ask her like, oh, you said delivered, but I'm at home. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I must have dropped it off at so-and-so's, you know, like the neighbor or something. I'm like, well, let's go. And then sometimes the mail lady be like, oh yeah, it's right here. I'm so sorry. Like, it's been a long day. I get it. Whatever. I have said it time and time. I used to be a mail carrier, like, you know, try to sound all cool. But no, like, I really was a mail carrier, and I get it. Like, it gets busy. You get a little bit flustered, but I do everything that they say to do. Put your numbers on the wall on the door, done. Put your number on the mailbox, done. Put your numbers right there on the stick that holds the mailbox so that they can see, done. Put everyone's name and last name, first, last name, done on the mailbox. I've done everything, so you can't sit here and try and bullshit me like, oh, I didn't know that was your house, or I didn't know that was your number. You did. And it makes me that mad, you guys, because there's been times where I have ordered important things and I get like that, you know, where like, oh, I didn't know, or oh, this and all that. And it's just annoying, you know, because I am very on it. Like, I am on it. Something is up with my packages. I know. Anything is changed, moved around. I know. Because I don't play. I do not play. This is a business, and I don't like being fucked with when it comes to that. I don't like that. So, and like I said, where I have worked for the post office, I know how shit can be shady. Like, very, very shady. So I don't like to be like, if they're, oh, you have to do this, done. You have to do this, done. It's done. It's done and did. You know, when I ordered this, I was like, okay, I'm a little bit nervous. I feel like, oh, like I'm doing something bad, but I'm not, you know. So I ordered 2 different colors. I ordered me a rose gold because I was like, that's gonna be cute. That's gonna be really cute. And I ordered me a silver because I'm like, when I want to like spice something up and I want it to match my ring, like I want it to be, right? What color is my ring? Well, it's a white gold. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so I ordered it. I'm excited. I get an alert saying like it's out for delivery. I am excited. And I'm just like in a good mood. We have 2 different mail carriers depending on like if she goes on vacation. I like one of them. The other one not so much because, well, it's we have 3 if you want to be exact, okay? The main homie, I like her. She like will take the mail to like the door and stuff, like if it's a lot. The other mail carrier, she would just like beat the shit out of my mailbox, trying to stuff everything in there. The mail, he's just an asshole. Like I didn't see the number on the box type. You know what I mean? Like, especially if I had to have something like delivered that day, it was like a present, and like I wasn't home by chance or something, or they didn't go to the door, and then we had to wait until like Monday type bull crap, and he'd be like, your name wasn't on the door, or the, and it's because I know what I did, and I don't like that, so please don't try it. Anyways, so I'm excited. I even tell Rudy, I'm like, our package is coming, and I'm like just really geeked out and excited, you know. So UPS comes through, because USPS and UPS are not the same, and I get my package, and that's a little outfit, and that came in discreet packaging. I was like, thank you, you know, because it's kind of embarrassing too when it's a mail, because I'd be reading the packages too when I was mail carrier. I was like, okay, this goes to address, and you would see like, oh, it's from here, oh, it's from here, you know what I mean? It was just curiosity. So I get my little outfit, and I'm like, oh, thank you, sir. And I'm like, he has no idea. Walking into the house like all excited, you know, like, oh, like I just did something, but in reality it's like, Alexis, ain't no one care. So the mail lady's coming up, because I can hear her. That's how psycho crazy I am. I can hear the engine going. I'm like, I can feel it. She's coming. And so I get excited. I'm like, she's here, all excited. And I freaking run outside, and she sees me. She sees me. And she's all, this smile, you know, just super, super big. And I'm like, she sees me. And she's smiling a little bit too big. Too big. And then I get like a little Raven moment again, and I'm like, she knows, you know. So by this time I'm freaking running, because this package is important to me. Okay, I did the whole shebang. I got ready. Un momento, por favor. Ooh, should we just do a little pop of color on a shrink? So I'm like, oh, you know, boom, I'm going. I can't even use the bag, because then you're gonna see where it came from. But she's doing this, like, oh, come get it, bitch, come get it. And I'm just like all excited, because I'm like, oh yes, you guys have no idea how long I've wanted these. So well, I'm not wearing them right now, like, don't get me fucked up. So I grab it. Tell me why it says on the fucking packaging what the fuck it is. So I'm going to show you guys like this. Y'all see that? I'll try to zoom in. It says freaking nipple ring, bitch. Ooh, I don't know why I feel like a little kid, because like está vieja, you know what I mean? Like the mail carrier, she a little bit older than me. So as soon as I seen it, that she's seen it, and we literally did this, like, it was so awkward. She just wants to smile, and I'm just like, oh, well, this is embarrassing. Super, I don't know, I feel like if my grandma were to see that, like, if I was playing with stuff, you know what I mean? It was so freaking embarrassing. Like, y'all have no idea how embarrassed I was. Like, oh my gosh. And I'm freaking like dying on the inside. I'm freaking laughing. And this freaking website said discreet packaging. I'm like, discreet packaging mi pinche culo way, because it did not. How the fuck is that discreet? Tell me, how is that discreet? Nipple rings, like, how the fuck is that discreet? Like, I was pissed. I was freaking pissed. So the freaking packaging came big as fuck, right? And it had like a bunch of bubble wrap, and like literally what the only thing in there is this, mira. It's only this one, okay? So I'm like, oh my god, like, y'all really couldn't just send it, like, be discreet and not let everyone know that girl over here wants to like do that? Like, I was just so embarrassed. Got in the house, I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm opening the package, and I'm like, what the fuck did I order? Because the bag is big, and it's like bubble wrapped, all dramatic and stuff, like if this is gonna break or something. I open it, and it's just that one, because remember I got a rose gold one, and then I got like silver ones. So I'm embarrassed, super freaking embarrassed. And I noticed there's only one, and I'm like, did I only order only one? And I was like, no, because I wanted to like be cute and do the most, right? So I'm like, oh my god. So I go back on the website and I'm like looking, and they sent them separately because these ones were out of stock. And so they're like, oh, when we get back in stock, we will ship it, which they didn't tell me. And I was like, oh my god. So I was trying to write them like, please don't send them, it's okay, it's fine, and y'all didn't do discreet packaging. And they were like, oh my gosh, like, we're so sorry for the mishap, we apologize. And that's another reason too I don't want to tell the name, because like they were really, really nice. Okay, extremely nice. I told them about the situation. They felt really bad, and I was like, yeah, like I was embarrassed. I'm like super embarrassed. This palette is gorge. Like I feel like a lot is going on, but it looks nice. Okay, love you, bye. Oh my gosh, look at that. I always give me a freaking beauty mark. Like I swear it never, it's kind of cute though, but it just never disappoints. Never say never. All right, let me go in with this one. The other one should be arriving at this. We can't stop it. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. So I already know like what to prepare, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna even go out and get the package. Like I'm just gonna let it go into the mail. Like, why are you being so dramatic, Jade? You know? So I'm like, okay, whatever. Like I didn't have to go out and get my package that day, and I'm just like thinking about everything. Like you were just doing the most. You didn't have to do all that. You were just a little excited, you dumbass. I get an alert and it says your package is out for delivery, and I'm like, okay, it's fine. Like I don't want to go out and embarrass myself. I mean, have me and her have that one moment again, because that was just freaking awkward. I go about doing house chores, you know, doing things in the house, whatever. The day's going by, and then we get a knock at the door, and I'm like, I'm not expecting anybody. Like I'm not expecting anybody. Who can it be? I go to the door, and it's the mailman, the one that I had told y'all that's like, está bien pendejo a veces, you know what I mean? He's like, I didn't see your name on the package, or I didn't see your name. And I see him, and I'm like, oh, like I wonder like if a company has said something or what, because he had a big ass smile on his face, big ass smile. And I'm like, and then I'm like, oh, this motherfucker, he has my package. He's just smiling big, smiling super big, where it's like you need to get slapped kind of big, you know? So big ass smile, and we already made eye contact, because the way that my door is set up, you can see who you can see in. I can see you. Comes to the door, and he's like, ma'am, I need you to sign for this. I'm like, I ain't gotta sign for nothing. Then what you talking about? Like I didn't order anything. Because I'm like, that's how they be getting you when you go into collections. Just kidding. No, but I'm like, I don't need to sign for anything. Like I didn't order anything. I need a signature. And so he goes, just kidding, here you go, have fun. And so I get pissed. Like a lot of people who know me. I don't know why I said it like that. But a lot of people who know me, I can go 0 to 100. Especially if I feel like you're being disrespectful. Especially if I feel like you're being disrespectful to my husband. Like I'm huge on that. If you ask my friend Marcella, her especially, she has seen, I don't play that shit. I don't. Like I don't think that's cute. And for the females who entertain that and they're married, who the fuck raised you? Because that is not cool. That is not okay. Once you let a guy disrespect your husband, you don't even gotta know him. You just open the floodgates of just being disrespected, like all around. Like, and I'm not cool with that. I'm huge on that's not okay, because I wouldn't want Rudy entertaining like some fucking female and me just like come up in there like he love me, you know? 0 to 100. And I said, what the fuck did you say? Because I was mad. Because first, I'm embarrassed. Second of all, you're being disrespectful. Third of all, your ass didn't have to come to my door. You could have left it at the mailbox. I was waiting for you at the door. Like, you didn't have to do all that. So I am infuriated. Like, I am 0 to like, the fuck did you say to me? Like, ooh, girl, you look fucking good. Let me just tell you that right now. This looks cute. This looks really cute. Like the headband. Should I just leave the headband in? Like you're doing something cute right now. Ooh, your girl feels really cute today. Really cute. Okay, so his face wants to change and be like, what? And I was like, what did you say? I'm like, what the fuck did you just say? Because I'm like pissed and I'm mad, because I'm like, the nerve. Who raised you? The nerve. You're nasty. You thought, you really did think right away goes, I'm so sorry, like I didn't mean to be disrespectful here, I didn't want your kids to get it, like trying to backtrack on. So I just, this is the package. I'm like, okay. And then I was like, what's your name again? And it will say, perro. It's perro. I was like, okay. I was like, what is you, when do you get off again? I already know, like so stupid, like duh, it's 5 because it's a male carrier. Like don't be stupid, okay? So I'm like, what time you get off again? And he was like, oh well, we gotta, you know, go back to the thing, whatever. And I'm already asking him stuff, and he's like, and you guys are like, oh my god, Alexis, like you were too hard on him. No, I was not. No, I was not. He knows I'm a married man. I'm married. He knows I'm a married woman. No, I was not hard on him at all. So I'm pissed, asking him all the questions, whatever. And then I was telling him, like, is the postmaster in today? Because I was trying to be cool. Whenever you want to sound cool, whatever, and you want things done at the post office, say postmaster. Sometimes they move a little bit quickly, like, because like there used to be, we were saying manager, supervisor, but say postmaster, because when postmaster gets about, sometimes things get done, but not all the time. Because I've met a few that like drag their feet. Anyways, he was like, oh, he's not in today, but he'll be in tomorrow. I was like, okay, I'll be in tomorrow. Thank you. And I closed the door. And he just walks down, and he's just like, fuck. Like you could just see his head just like whatever. And I'm just like, and I got my package. I was like all excited, you know. But maybe I went a bit too hard on him. Maybe I didn't. Some of you will agree. Some of you will disagree. But honestly, I didn't think I did, because like he really got me myself. Like, have fun. The fuck. What happened to like be professional? Mind your business. The hell you doing? Anyways, but again, it was embarrassing because I didn't have discreet packaging, so I got embarrassed twice. So I'm gonna be a little bit more careful when I do order things online. But anyways, I did try them. They're freaking cute, super cute. I can't show you guys obviously, but super freaking cute. Like I was just, these ones have like a little bell, you know. I'm just like, that's cute. Yeah. That was embarrassing, like super embarrassing. Y'all have no idea how embarrassed I got. Like I got like rojo, and I didn't have no makeup on, because if I had makeup on, I'm like, it's blush. But since I didn't, it's just like, I'm embarrassed, you know what I mean? But that was my freaking story time that I wanted to share with you guys, of me just like, why me? I swear, like I need my own show, and I keep saying it. I need my own show. I want my own show, because it's just things like this always freaking happen, and I'm like, dude, like why me? Like why me? Yeah, let me know if you guys have ever had an embarrassing moment like that, where you're just like, oh my god, like you don't know how to react, or you don't know how to act. Like it's just embarrassing. Like I know some people are like, oh, it's like, who cares? Like who cares what you do? It's just embarrassing for some people, you know what I mean? Like it really is, especially because like I wanted to get this for so long, and then I'm like, oh, I don't want to know, like, you know what I mean? And then for like that to happen, it's just like, it's just one thing like to like be who you are like behind closed doors, you know, and then it's another for them to be like, oh, you know what I mean? It's just like I know it's not that big of a deal, but like the first package came like in a bunch of bubble wrap. So when she read that, she probably like, ooh, like what else has she got in here type, you know what I mean? Like it was just, and then for him to come like, oh fun, like, you know. So like, anyways, so let me know if you guys have had an embarrassing moment like that. What did you do? I would love to know. Please let me know down below. And if you're cool with being shouted out when I do videos like this that are like adult rated R, let me know, and I'd love to shout you out. Shout out to all of you guys for showing me some mad love. I love you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. You guys are freaking awesome. Like I love you guys so freaking much. Our FAMBAM is growing, and that is freaking dope. Like it is. I'm just like, hell yeah, like that is so freaking cool. So thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. If you guys found this story very funny or just entertaining, and if you guys like story times, and if you know someone who loves story times, please share my video. I would really appreciate that. Please like the video. It definitely helps me out a lot. And subscribe if you have not already, to keep updated with my videos. I love you guys so much. Besos a todos, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!